This is a presentation of the BKI FKG FC gas pressure fryer. This will be the process of filtering through the hose. First, we'll use the pot brush supplied by BKI to scrub particulates off the walls of the oven, working the oil up into the lip, using the oil as a lubrication to remove particulates. And you'll notice they're removing very easily as we're scrubbing along. And the angled brush is used to clean between the elements in the electric or the gas fryer, and also behind the ignition box, which is in the gas fryer. We want to work it through all those areas. After we've finished, we'll tap. And note here, I'm showing you the process of how to go in the gas fryer behind the ignition box to make sure that you get all the particulates, and then through between the elements to do the same, behind the elements to do the same, all the way around to make sure all the particulates are released from the surface. Very important for two things: for product quality and oil life. Now I use the pot brush to work across all of the elements again to make sure that everything is cleaned off, and through the igniter box to make sure that everything is nice and clean. And we'll tap before we take the brush out. Opening the drain, the oil will start to drain into the filter pot. Now we'll exit the oil completely, and we're swirling as we do to make sure we pick up all the particulates that we've washed off the elements and that were on the bottom of the fryer, and they're all going to be pulled down with the oil to go into the filtration pot. It allows for protecting the quality of your product and also the life of your oil. And make sure you tap before you remove the brush. And we're in good shape, checking to make sure that there's nothing left of particulates. Now we'll take one more shot with the black angle brush to make sure we get up and into all areas, as we have here, and making sure that there's no buildup or sediment in any of those areas. Now, this lever must be in the vertical position at all times. We are not filtering through the pot, we are filtering through the hose. So it must be in the vertical position, not only when we're filtering, but when we're cooking, at all times. You'll notice the print on the face telling you that. This is the socket which we will put the hose on, and this is the hose, and the orange collar will be pulled back, and it will slide onto the socket and snap in position. You'll feel it, and that tells you that the hose is in place. And we're checking to make sure the drain is open, because we will be flushing oil back into the filter pot. This is the filter hose with handle. We should use this with a glove on hand and taking the oil back into the fryer, and we'll show you the process in a minute. This should never be released. It should be held at all times when we're pumping oil through it. Never release it. It will get hot, so you want to make sure you're wearing gloves and holding on to the red handle. Before you hit the switch, make sure you have a tight hold on the filter hose and the nozzle of the hose is turned into the fry pot. Hit the fry filter switch and oil will start to be sprayed out of the hose. And we're running the oil in through all areas, behind the igniter box, behind the elements, whether it be electric or gas, behind the elements, in between the elements, to make sure that there are no particulates left, working it through all the spaces. And you'll note the drain is open, allowing the oil to go back down into the filter pot, bringing any particulates that might be found while spraying the oil. This is a process that will take about 2 to 3 minutes total. It will clean the fire beautifully, and now we've filled the pot back up with oil using the handle. And note the oil has filled all the way back up to the line. We don't have to add any oil it's perfect. Now, to remove the socket, all we'll do is pull back on the orange collar, and it has been removed, and be aware that the hose will be warm, so you should wear gloves. This has been a presentation of the BKI FKG FC gas pressure fryer. For more information, please contact BKI directly at customer service 1-800-927-6887. Thank you.